This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react. Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to An Anthropologist Watches Foodie Beauty. And here we are. We're watching Foodie Beauty. We're watching her on her channel because this video is only 10 minutes long, and I do have her sped up to time and a half. This is, as I said earlier, Lunch and Therapy Canada vlog, and we have a live audience, which, you know, I'm enjoying. So I also have soup. So if you see me eating, that's because I'm eating. As I was saying, the only part that I really care about is the therapy part, but we'll plow through the rest of this. I don't think I'll make the same commitment to Foodie as I've made to Amber, where I'm like, I'm going to watch every minute of every Amber video, because there's really no point to a lot of these things. Sometimes she's just rambling or driving, or there's chunks that can be cut out. It will, however, make her videos very short when I react to them, but sometimes you need short form content too. Anyway, thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. Thank you to the live chat. And thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, and then let's get started.
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Hey there, Beezers. Want a personalized video from me to you that you can keep forever? Or maybe a special shout out to hear from you?
I like the little Main Street though. It's really pretty. I like historical areas like this. And that's a mall if I've ever seen one. I might be wrong, but it looks like a mall to me.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Canada vlog. So I'm here picking up my aunt so that we can have a day together. We're gonna go have lunch and do some errands, some shopping, and then I have a therapy appointment in the afternoon. So yeah, it's gonna be a full day for me. It is quite rainy, which is kind of disappointing because we wanted to go on a nature walk. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But anyways, yeah, so come along with me again today in this vlog. Yes, let's go. Yep.
I like her glasses. I know Milk Tea doesn't like them. I like her glasses. Something we should talk about before we get too far into the video is the duality between Miriam and Chantel. And we were just talking about Amber and how Amber's trying to like reinvent herself. It is very arguable that Amber that Foodie has been trying to reinvent herself for what, a year now, going on a year and a half, since she decided she was Muslim and moved to Kuwait. Now, another thing I'll address is the revert thing. Foodie refers to herself as a revert. I had a lot of people leaving comments and questions about WTF is revert. And so I looked it up, and apparently, like, it's not a thing. So there's like apparently two forms of thought on this. There's the people who are on the side of, I think it's, please correct me if I am wrong, but because everything I know I found on the internet. I guess there's a passage where Muhammad says that everyone is born a Muslim and it's their parents that make them non-Muslim, basically. So when they come back to the true religion, then they are reverting. And so there's a whole group of people that are like, that's why you refer to them as reverts. And then there's people who are like, no, it's still converting. You're still converting to Islam. So, and I've seen that comment coming from people who identify as being Muslim. So, it seems to be both ways. Foodie refers to herself as a revert. I was referring to her as a revert. I don't know if I will continue to do so, because I don't know how like tone deaf that is. So I don't know. But anyway, back to the Miriam / Chantel thing. So Chantel, Foodie took a new name when she converted, and she named herself Miriam, which is a beautiful name. But I like the name Chantel too. But you will notice that when she is acting the part of Miriam, that she
has her very sweet voice. Now, she's done all of these traits before, but she has now assigned them to the character of Miriam. And Miriam is sweetly spoken and softly spoken and positive and just like a good person. And then there's Chantel, who does pop out occasionally. And Chantel is the foodie that we've all grown to love. Love. The one that rages, the one that's constantly doing schmedibles, the one that's like always chasing tail, that kind of a thing. So in these curated videos like this, we'll see Miriam for the most part, because again, Miriam is the character that Foodie is trying to cultivate. When we go look at the live later in a different video, probably we will see Chantel pop out a few times. And I think the live will be a little bit more interesting in that aspect, just because we'll be able to identify when we're Miriam and when we're Chantel. All right. This is play acting between two characters. This isn't saying that there's something going on with Foodie. All right. So there's also a Muslim being raised that way, uses Revert as well. Yeah, the whole Revert thing, like, some people are here for it and some people aren't. And I've seen people who identify as Muslim saying Revert's cool, and I've seen people who are Muslim saying they don't know why you would call it that. It's still converting. And so there's obviously a debate. It doesn't look like it's like heated or like, people are at odds over it. There's just clearly two different sides to the conversation as far as the term Revert. So there you have that. Now you know everything I know from the internet. He does the carbolicious diet. I'm liking the high carb. I like high carb Hannah. I just have to add meat to her recipes most of the time. And salt. It's very bland. But that's okay. A little bit of salt fixes everything. Let's hop back in here.
So, another birthday gift. I got a pink Yeti. So yeah, because I like Yeti and I used to have a blue one. That was a gift also from a Beezer. And yeah, I love this color. So it keeps my water cold.
Why does she keep looking over in that direction?
When I'm out driving around the whole time. By the way, I can easily get an international driver's license.
Why does she look over there so frequently? It's really weird.
Or driver's license over there in Kuwait, but it's not the same as driving here. So no, I don't really enjoy driving over there, so I'm gonna be a passenger princess when I'm there. So yeah. Hi guys. So we are eating at a vegetarian restaurant today. It is actually quite a delicious place I've eaten.
Foodie's that glancing over in the corner thing kind of reminds, this is going to sound weird. It kind of reminds me of a thing that my partner does. He's not real good with eye contact. He's better, but like he gets uncomfortable with it quickly. And so he'll look, there we go. Have I been freezing this whole time? Anyway, he'll look away real fast and then he'll come back to the eye contact. And it's a spectrum thing. And it just, that whole behavior just kind of reminds me of that. I know she's never been diagnosed or anything like that, so that's fine. But it's just an interesting tick.
Here before. Here is a glimpse at their menu or part of it. They give you a pitcher of nice cold water to drink while you are there.
Most places will give you water to drink.
So my aunt wanted to show that she had the soup of the day, which was tomato and lentil, and she had a falafel sandwich on gluten-free bread. She loves it. And I had a pad thai, though it's not like traditional pad thai, but it's like noodles with like a peanut kind of sauce with vegetables. It was actually really good.
You can have a vegetarian pad thai. I don't know if they use fish sauce. But I mean, I've had vegetarian pad thai and I liked it. I love falafel. That's good stuff.
I thought this display at the tattoo place next door really cool. All right, time for my therapy appointment. I'm just waiting in the waiting room now.
And now we are at the dam.
Hey guys, so I just finished my therapy session. Now, granted, when I made the appointment, I told them I was planning on making this an ongoing effort to address my mental health.
Because it was the only way I could get them to see me.
You know, because I was planning on staying here. So then the main focus of this session, and the therapist was very on point, you know, just by little things I would tell her about my story, like recent story, sort of the past few years. She talked about grief, you know, grieving things that I still haven't really grieved. You know, parts of me who I was. Not necessarily a bad thing, grieving, but sometimes when there's change, whether it's good or bad, you grieve parts of things that are changing. But it was nice to have my feelings validated, especially since I don't know anybody really who understands me wanting to go back to Kuwait. But this therapist did. And she gave me a lot of reasons why I would want to go back there based on what I told her. And my feelings were validated. And they also came up with a lot of resources for me to have access to healthcare remotely. There's some binge eating program resources, addiction services, and the adult mental health program, which is like covered by OHIP. It's like a 1.5 year wait. So for like one-on-one counseling. So we'll just see. I have some resources. They also suggested help me pick out resources in Kuwait. So the focus is to also have access to some resources there, which there are community centers, but they're Islamic, you know? So they made a good point that a lot of it's probably going to be through a religious perspective, which makes sense. And, you know, being a revert, you know, they suggested finding other revert expat groups that might be support. So they also started, I told them, you know, socializing. I isolate a lot because socializing, getting out there is kind of overwhelming when I'm feeling, you know, down. So they suggested just going out in public without socializing. So just going out more. So there's things I have that I have to work on, but I feel more confident having gone through this session. It's definitely not a waste of time. And they're one phone call away if I ever need another one, whenever I need it. So yeah, that's my therapy update. It's actually super nice out here.
So the thing with the therapy is, hang on. I saw somebody put a red flag. You don't trust therapists who have motivational crap on the walls. Why? Okay, so the thing about the therapy, first off, she admits that she kind of lied about staying in Canada to the therapist. It sounds like she kind of came clean about it during the session. Excuse me. And the thing is, you don't have to convince me that Foodie has a lot of shit to work through, all right? But she's not willing to do it. I don't know what's prompted this particular foray into therapy, but you're not going to convince me that she's going to do telehealth with them while she's in Kuwait. First off, the hours are going to be damn near impossible to line up. And secondly, it's effort. And it's hard effort. And she's not going to do it. The same reason why Amber won't do it. Because it's not just a one and done kind of thing where you go in and they just pat you on the head and they're like, oh, you're just suffering from grief. You'll be fine. I don't doubt that she is. Okay? I don't doubt that she's got fear and she's scared and she's got all of this negative emotion that she's never worked through. Okay? But one appointment doesn't fix that thing. I mean, I'm glad that she felt validated after talking to this one therapist for an hour, maybe 45 minutes, you know? But unless she follows up with it, it doesn't mean anything. It's not going to do anything. And, you know, but it feels like she's like, ha, I went to the therapist once. Now I'm all better. The therapist validated my feelings, therefore I've always been correct and the rest of you can suck a toe, kind of a thing. And she's like, and I never need to go back because I'm fine, kind of a thing. And it's the exact wrong way to do therapy. It's how therapy doesn't work. But I thought it was interesting that she even went in the first place because I really don't know why she's going to the therapy or why she decided to go to the therapist here. Because it kind of came out of nowhere, but I also don't follow every single word Foodie says, so it could have been a part of a discussion somewhere and I just missed it. Yeah, Deputy Slim. She keeps looking for a new mirror, a solution outside of herself. Yeah, it like with Amber, like we've talked about this, how Amber rewrites her past in a way that makes her a victim, but it also allows her to remove herself from agency with her past. Foodie, I feel like, has rewritten her history in a way that like she was always in control no matter what was happening. She was the active agent, therefore she has power, she has control over the situation. And I really feel like because of that, she's convinced herself that there's nothing wrong and there's no need for therapy because there's nothing wrong. She's always been in control of her life, kind of a thing. And I just say that because of the way she tells stories when she does tell stories. It's always, you know, she instigates it, she goes along with it, you know, she's the cool girl in the story usually, or she's getting revenge on someone who has made her look or feel bad, but it's a very active form of revenge, you know? And people who don't know or people who don't acknowledge that they have problems with their past tend to not go to therapy because they don't see the point. So, can someone be addicted to delusion? I guess. I don't know why they couldn't be. Reality is debatable. True. Also true.
It's rainy, gloomy, but I love it. I love getting fresh air. Hey guys.
Okay, so this is what I got confused about. I didn't realize because I was listening to this while I was cleaning the kitchen. I didn't. So she just tagged on a video of her flying to Kuwait at the end for giggles. I wish my skin looked like that, man. Okay, so this is her flying out to Kuwait, I guess. I'm not watching it because it's retro and I don't care. Alright, and that's the end. Look, it's me. Oh my god, you guys, I'm in a tiny blue anthropologist video. Alright, well, that was quick. I just wanted to talk about the therapy part of it because I thought it was interesting that she went. I thought it was interesting what she took away from it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere beyond this point because you could tell that she was kind of like, I don't know, there's just this look you have after you've gone through a really intense therapy session. And she definitely had that. So she was definitely talking about some deep shit, but I don't think she's going to go back, which means it's never going to get worked on. And she seems to be happy with the fact that the therapist validated her feelings of grief over whatever. And that the therapist backed her in that she's determined she's going to go back to Kuwait. That she wants to return to Kuwait. So there's that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So I guess if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and put a... Ooh, there is a falafel emoji. Put a falafel emoji down in the comments section. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subs. Thank you to my members. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you to the live chat. You've been very entertaining. Yeah. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.